A bear market is when a market experiences prolonged price declines. It typically describes a condition in which securities prices fall 20% or more from recent highs amid widespread pessimism and negative investor sentiment. Bear markets are often associated with declines in an overall market or index like the S&P 500 and also may accompany general economic downturns such as a recession. Hello and welcome to VARINDIA News Hour. With inflation and tightening liquidity placing extreme pressure on the over-leveraged crypto ecosystem, the cryptocurrencies Bitcoin and Ethereum both have traded below their previous cycle all-time highs, a first in history. Markets have plunged a great proportion into unrealized loss, with all 2021 to 22 investors now underwater. The cryptocurrency bear market cycle is the inverse of a bull market. It is characterized by significant price drops in cryptocurrencies that can last anywhere from a few days to several months, and then a prolonged period of bearish market sentiment afterward. A bear market can have a variety of effects on your investments. It's the first time that crypto and Web3 have existed in a macroeconomic bear market environment where there is potentially a recession happening next year. If you are a long-term hodler, this might not be a good time to liquidate all of your tokens. Actually, the bearish market usually presents good buying opportunities. Warren Buffett, the world's most famous billionaire, used to buy cheap stocks with strong earnings and long-term growth potential. So don't be alarmed and keep an eye on the long term. For the past few months, the crypto markets have been in a bearish mode. Most cryptocurrency prices have been falling and many people are selling their coins out of fear that they will never recover. However, when the market is in a slump, it is the best time to buy a cryptocurrency for the long term. Many investors are employing this strategy at the moment because they believe that prices will recover at some point in the future. Even if you are not an investor, you may want to purchase a cryptocurrency now if you believe that prices will rise in the future. There's a school of thought that says if investors believe prices will recover, they're probably correct. Others may argue that people shouldn't invest based on this belief. The best thing is to diversify your cryptocurrency portfolio. Various cryptocurrencies will experience both larger and smaller drops. For instance, Bitcoin and Ethereum have dropped by 70 and 80% respectively from December 2021 to June 2022, while Leo has risen modestly by 84% from $3.2 to $5.9. In a nutshell, do not put all of your eggs in the one crypto basket. There are over 18,000 cryptocurrencies to choose from. Not all will be winners, but not at all will be losers either. The bear markets serve as a good reminder to risk management, limiting the amount of risk we take. That means invest only with money you can afford to lose, so you are never forced to sell at a loss. It also helps to ensure that crypto only accounts for a small portion of your investments. Having a diversified portfolio means that if one type of asset performs badly, it won't spell financial disaster. Now, let us look into today's headlines in VARINDIA. OpenSea encounters data breach. OpenSea disclosed a data breach and warned users of phishing attacks that could target them in the coming days. The online NFT marketplace has more than 600,000 users and a transaction volume surpassing $20 billion. Since the email addresses stolen in the incident were also shared with an unauthorized external party, the company urged potentially affected users to be alert for phishing attempts impersonating OpenSea. Users were also told to look for emails sent from domains that malicious actors could use to spoof OpenSea's official email domain opensea.io. 1,600 Air India employees opt for VRS. More than 1,600 employees of Air India have opted for voluntary retirement. At first, employees older than 55 and with 20 years of continuous employment could opt for a voluntary retirement scheme. The rule was relaxed in June and VRS opened for those older than 40 among cabin crew, clerical and unskilled categories. Those who have opted for VRS until June end will get an additional incentive of Rs 1 lakh and the scheme will continue till July end. Cabin crew, peons, clerical assistants, housekeeping staff and security guards are among employees opting for VRS. Government to launch National Malware Repository in August. The government is likely to launch a national malware repository with over 90 million samples of malware that will act as a reference database for companies looking to build cybersecurity products. National Cybersecurity Coordinator Rajesh Pant said the government was also working on a national cyber registry to keep track of executives who have been trained at multiple levels in various cybersecurity measures. The National Malware Repository and Cyber Registry is likely to enhance the cybersecurity regime, with government bodies such as CERT-In acting as the apex organization to oversee the effort. Govt signs agreement with ITI BSNL for USOF projects. The Department of Telecommunications has signed an agreement with ITI Limited and state-run telco Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited to fund pilot projects under the Universal Service Obligation Fund. BSNL and ITI Limited will fund the pilot projects of E-band, LTE indigenous technologies, including the integration of 4G and 5G prototypes with C.Core. USOF is a Rs 55,000 crore strong reserve meant to provide connectivity in India's rural and remote areas. Hyderabad to set up 330 EV charging centers. The Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation proposes to set up 230 EV charging centers to cut down carbon emission and encourage the use of electric vehicles. Also, the Hyderabad Metropolitan Development Authority would be setting up another 100 stations within its limits. The charging centers will be installed as per the survey reports and recommended locations given by the civic body. The Telangana State Renewable Energy Development Corporation entered into an agreement with GHMC to set up the charging centers at different locations in the city. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VARINDIA News Magazine. You can download the VARINDIA app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.